Today is World Stroke Day. One person in 4 worldwide has a stroke during their lifetime.
In Kentucky, stroke is the 5th leading cause of death and the leading cause of disability. Evening Edition's Claire Kopsky sat down with a 40-year-old man who you would never think would be a candidate for a stroke. But this summer, one lunch break gave him a wake-up call.
For Steve Lepore, his life has always been about basketball and therefore physical fitness. He played college ball and went on to play pro in Europe and semi-pro back in the States. Then some time as a personal trainer before getting into coaching, which is what he does now at EKU. Needless to say, given his health, what happened to him on June 11th came as a big surprise.
And I came home for lunch and was just walking through my house. I was actually walking to the kitchen and I remember my hearing just felt a little bit weird. It almost felt like I was in a tunnel, and I felt a little lightheaded. And then, I felt something kind of hit my left side, like my left hip, and I looked down, and it's my arm, just kind of hanging there. And I looked down, and I'm thinking, like, what? I didn't move my arm. Figuring I'll go back to my bed, take a couple deep breaths, I'll be fine, like a typical guy would do. And I still, I could move my left arm, but I couldn't really feel it. I actually pinched it with my right arm, with my right hand. And that's when I knew, something was really wrong.
By a stroke of luck, his wife came home a few minutes later insisting he go to the ER. He was then rushed from Richmond to Lexington to see a neurologist. Steve says he was lucky. Just weeks later, he was back at work. He credits his wife for taking swift action because he's learned the longer you wait, the higher risk for long-term effects. He also learned that he has a heart issue.
They think it was a blood clot, and a part of that clot broke off. And so they said I have a hole in my heart, which is called a PFO. They said everybody's born with one. Before you're born, you have an opening in your heart, and then after you're born, it closes up. And mine didn't close up completely. And they said it happens in about 20% of the population. So, but most of those people don't even know it because they don't, until you have a stroke or you have something happen to it, that's when you find out about it. And so that they call it an artifact that broke off, went through that hole in my heart, and when that happens, it shoots it up to the brain.
After a scary summer, his advice: go get your physical.
I didn't have a reason to get checked, and then obviously this happened. So then, I almost did it. I did it by default. And I think most of us, especially men, do things after the fact instead of being preventative and staying a step ahead. But you never know. And anytime there's a heart problem, a heart issue, you have to get it checked because it's very, very serious.
Something serious he's grateful he's now on the lookout for. In Madison County, Claire Kopsky, LEX 18 News.